History isn't just about kings and dates. It's a record of survival, written by ordinary people who faced disaster and endured. Their stories aren't about superhuman feats, but about resilience in the face of famine, war and collapse. What can we learn from a medieval farmer or a family fleeing a fallen empire? Everything that matters. The tools may change, but the core challenges, food, water, shelter, safety, are timeless. Survival logic exists to translate these raw truths from history into practical knowledge for today. We'll uncover the mindsets, skills and bonds that allowed our ancestors to weather unimaginable storms. Join me as we explore the enduring wisdom of history's greatest survivors, a blueprint for resilience that still echoes today. History's greatest survivors weren't legendary heroes. They were ordinary people thrust into crisis. Their survival came from discipline, resourcefulness and adaptability, not specialized training. Picture a family in a besieged city. Survival depended on rationing, finding clean water and making meals from weeds. The real battle was fought with ingenuity and willpower, not weapons. The foundation of survival is mindset, staying calm, thinking critically and adapting quickly. These families mastered practical skills, identifying edible plants, preserving food, mending clothes, reading weather. Preparedness was their way of life, not a hobby. For us, the lesson is clear. The most important survival tool is your mind. Critical thinking, innovation and discipline have always been more valuable than gear. We study the legacy of people just like us, ordinary but forged by necessity. By understanding their mindset and relentless resourcefulness, we build the foundation for all survival strategies. This is the quiet strength that endures through any crisis. The true survivor is made, not born. History's cycles of collapse, Rome, the Maya, the Khmer, force people to adapt or perish. When systems failed, survival favored the adaptable generalist, not the specialist. After Rome's fall, knowledge, like finding water, building shelter, or identifying plants, became more valuable than gold. Survivors recognized decay early, moved to safer areas, and built resilient communities before the final collapse. During the Little Ice Age, those who shifted crops and innovated survived. Those who waited didn't. The lesson survival depends on portable, adaptable skills, not on any one place or system. Learn to read the land, live with less, and cultivate a broad range of abilities. The history of collapse is a masterclass in resilience, not just a warning. Prepare for change before it arrives. True wealth is knowledge you can carry anywhere. Isolated groups like the Inuit or the San survived through deep awareness and discipline. Survival began with observation, reading the land, noticing every change, and acting on it. Scarcity was certain, so preparation was constant. Nothing was wasted, every resource maximized. Rigid routines, like those of mountain monks, ensured essential tasks were never neglected. This wasn't about stifling creativity, but building a resilient framework against hardship. Their mindset was proactive. Reinforce shelters before storms, find water before drought. They maintained food caches, escape routes, and taught survival from childhood. In our world of comfort, we've dulled our senses. The lesson: reawaken awareness, notice details, and prepare in times of plenty. True security comes from a mind that's always observing and ready to act. Survival is about constant vigilance, not luck. Cultivate discipline and awareness, your best defense against the unknown. The prepared mind is the ultimate survival tool. Before refrigeration, hunger was a constant threat, so food preservation was a survival technology. Fermentation turned perishables into nutritious staples: sauerkraut in Europe, miso in Asia, drying halted rot, stockfish in Norway, jerky in the Americas, sun-dried fruits everywhere. Salt curing preserved meat and fish, fueling armies and empires. Smoking and pickling added layers of protection and flavour. Every culture developed unique combinations tailored to their climate and resources. These methods weren't just tradition, they were proven low-tech systems for food security. For modern survivalists, learning these skills means reclaiming true food independence. A pantry filled with self-preserved food is more reliable than any freezer. The wisdom of the larder is a legacy of resilience. Preserve food, preserve survival. Shelter is a survival priority, but history shows the best shelters are simple, fast, and adaptable. Nomadic structures, teepees, yurts, were engineered for quick assembly and transport, yet strong against the elements. The principle, build fast for immediate protection, then reinforce for comfort and durability. Start with a lean-to or debris shelter, improve it as time allows. Site selection was crucial, using the landscape for shelter, warmth and safety. Our ancestors worked with nature, not against it. True resilience is a flexible, tiered approach. Improvise, adapt, and upgrade as needed. Don't fixate on a perfect shelter. Focus on adaptability and resourcefulness. Know how to build with what's at hand. The best shelter is the one you can create, improve, and move if needed. Adaptability is the architecture of survival. The lone survivor is a myth. History proves that cooperation is the ultimate survival tool. Groups that shared labour, resources and skills outlasted any individual. After disaster, communities that worked together recovered faster, dividing tasks, pooling food, and supporting each other. Early villages cleared land and harvested crops as a team, storing food for all. Group security meant shared watch, coordinated defence, and peace of mind. Emotional support in a group was as vital as food or shelter. Community bonds kept people going through despair and hardship. Our strength is in cooperation, not isolation. For modern preppers, building community is as important as stockpiling supplies. Know your neighbours, practice teamwork, and prepare together. The pack endures, the lone wolf fades. History's lessons are a living inheritance, not museum pieces. Survival is built on mindset, adaptable skills, and deep awareness, not gadgets. Ancient food preservation and resilient shelters are genius born of necessity. Above all, our greatest strength is community and cooperation. These aren't just stories. They're a blueprint for resilience, as relevant now as ever. Subscribe to Survival Logic for more history-backed survival wisdom, and share this guide with someone who values the hard-earned lessons of the past.